what you gonna do when Keith and other Keith and Rudy run wild on you? I want to do Hulk Hogan this week. I don't know why, but I'm not racist.
Yeah. Okay, I guess getting straight into it. Battleground was just this past weekend.
Pretty damn good.
I wouldn't say it was that good.
I wouldn't say it's like amazing, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like professional analysts now, are shitting on this pay-per-view big time. They are saying it is the worst pay-per-view of the year. It was boring. It was bland. There was nothing good. They were like, the only good thing was the Usos New Day. And I would say that was match of the night. It was really hard to top that match. And I think it was really hard to open with that and try and follow up. It was really hard.
Yeah,
especially
that was
with
a great opening match. A lot of really nice spots. The problem I had with that is they had Xavier kick out way too many times from way too many big moves.
They had a lot of big moves, though. They had a lot of false finishes. Even the Usos kicked out of a lot of stuff they probably really shouldn't have. But that was the part of it. It was a bunch of false finishes, but it was a great match. The crowd was really into it. I started the first "This is awesome" chant. I am putting that on the record.
Here's your gold medal for the Special Olympics.
That's exactly what I was hoping for. Thank you. Moving on. Next match was
the Fatal 5-Way. No.
I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was great. My critique of it is there was 3 eliminations within 30 seconds of each other.
But that always happens in every single 5-way.
I wouldn't say that.
At least
there
like
was
2. I pinned the first person, then boom. Next
See,
person.
that would be fine if someone did something and then automatically someone got rolled up from behind and pinned. See, that's fine. But what happened was Lana broke up some sort of attempt. For some reason, broke something up she shouldn't have broken up. Tamina gets caught with an disarmer by Becky. Then Becky disarmors Lana. And then Natalya comes out of nowhere and pins Becky.
Yeah. I mean, at the time, it made Becky look really strong, eliminating so many people, which is good for her. I mean, everyone knows she's one of the best female wrestlers they have. So, I mean, it just adds into it, makes her look even stronger than she already has.
But I also have to say, though, that I'm actually glad that Natty's kind of is getting a push now.
I agree with that. I think it's probably her time. I think she's going to win the title at SummerSlam.
I think so, too. Natty's been working her ass off, and it's about time she got something.
I don't think she's going to win the title. I think she's just there to prolong Naomi's run because they don't want Naomi pinning Charlotte. It's just been proven. Even their match on SmackDown Live that one time when they had, what was it? It was a faulty finish. DQ or something like that. They don't want her pinning Charlotte. They don't want her pinning Becky because they're the bigger stars. She's not going to pin them. Basically what it is she's going to face Natalya. They're going to put on a decent match at SummerSlam. It extends her title run, and then she's going to lose it at either the next SmackDown pay-per-view or another SmackDown pay-per-view down the road to Charlotte.
Or that same night because Carmella still has the Money in the Bank.
That is very true.
Yeah, I still think I'm still going to bet Natalya's going to win that one. I mean, she's going to retire soon. She wants to have that kid, and they definitely want to give her a title before she's done.
Does Tyson Kidd still have it in him, though? Do I give it?
Yeah, it's his neck that doesn't work anymore.
Not his penis.
Yeah, he's not disabled. Almost. Not fully.
Okay. Well, that's good for him.
Moving on, then we had the United States Championship match, which was where the 2 people in it should have been a hell of a lot better of a match.
And honestly, they should have freaking given it to Rusev. I'm sorry. Like, they should have at least given that match to Rusev.
They're just warming him up right now. I mean,
marinating him.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I thought of is that apparently AJ got hurt, and that's why the match ended the way it did. Now I don't know how true
the
that
latest
is.
thing I heard is the match is still supposed to continue, but the ref counted the 3.
Yeah.
And that wasn't supposed to happen.
Right.
And then that's why he then stupidly won it the next day anyway.
Yeah, with Jericho coming back. I don't like that. I don't like how Owens wins it and then 2 nights later he loses it again in a triple threat. I don't like the flip-flopping of the title. Let someone hold it for a while.
Apparently AJ did like was like pissed and like was backstage like yelling about the ref.
Oh, you saw him like in the ring, more confused. Like, wait, what?
Dude, they're in the dark when they were showing the segments over there. AJ was still in the ring, wasn't it? The Fashion Police, wasn't that segment during?
Yeah, that was the Fashion Police segment.
Yeah, during that segment, AJ was still in the ring talking with the ref, and he was livid. He was pissed beyond belief. Kick the ropes, was yelling. He was like throwing his fist, saying like, "God damn it," something like that. He was really fired up about that.
Yeah, because it's not something you can just prepare for. But I mean, Kevin Owens, if that's the case, he played it off great. As soon as he found out he won, heard his music, he's probably like, "Fuck yeah, champion." And I thought we were supposed to have the people with Breezango coming up, the Fashion Police, but I guess we didn't have that match anymore.
I thought it was supposed to be a match. They said we're going to find out who's attacking them, but I thought it would be in a match, not a backstage segment thing. I was a little upset by that. Because I was like, really? We don't even know who the fuck it is now. That's stupid. Next other thing besides that would be... Nakamura and Baron Corbin. That match was second. And that match underperformed. That match was kind of bad. It was slow. It really had nothing to it. And it ended with a shitty finish again. It was a low blow. It was so bad. And then Baron Corbin laid him out. What does that do for Nakamura? Nothing.
Yeah, that looked really bad for Shinsuke, but I didn't think it was like the worst match of the night.
It was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. I'm not gonna deny it, but
definitely not the worst match.
No, it was the finish that really ruined it.
Yeah.
But up until then, it was like but what they did to Shinsuke, like it was just like, okay, what the hell is this now?
Yeah, it's probably comes down to like McMahon's probably like, he's Asian. Wait,
Cena.
Why do people like him?
Bury him next week.
Shouldn't he be number one commentator?
I can't speak English. Commentary.
But I mean, I think we should have a decent match. I think Shinsuke is wrestling John Cena next week.
Yep, number one contender match.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Cena's probably gonna win it. I don't
Absolutely.
but it is what it is. The other match would be
the flag match.
Of Cena, the flag match between him and Rusev, and I feel like this show was a lot of USA, a lot of cheap USA pops. The New Day's outfits, Cena winning in the match against Rusev, Randy Orton being all USA versus Jinder Mahal, and all that stuff.
That's why I was thrown off when you said USA before, US title, because I was like, I instantly thought flag match, so I was mentioning Rusev, and then when you said AJ, I was like, oh, okay, well.
I remember my first podcast.
You guys are assholes.
Yeah. Asshole.
You know what? You guys suck. I'm taking this mic and walking away. Nah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. But,
yeah, this might have been one of the worst matches for me to watch that night.
I don't think it was the worst match of the night. I mean, it was bad because we've seen it all. I hate the gimmick of the grabbing something boring. And going up the thing.
Yeah.
It's all stuff we've seen before. As soon as Rusev set up the two tables, we knew Cena was going to put him through it.
Yeah.
We knew Cena was going to win anyway. So, whatever. Yeah.
So bad. I'm sorry, that guy is more talented than they give him credit for.
Then after that, we had the Sami Zayn defeated Mike Kanellis.
An average SmackDown Live match.
Yeah.
Just didn't have to be on a pay-per-view. This was the second to last match. It wasn't even 10 minutes. And Sammy beat Mike. I mean, like, I get it, but I feel like WWE doesn't see Mike as, like, money.
No.
You know. Also, Sammy's there. He got a nice win. That was nice for Sammy. It was an okay match. It wasn't bad. I didn't think it was I thought it was a perfectly fine match, but I just think it shouldn't have been a match for pay-per-view, or it should have either opened the show and had maybe, like, 3 to 4 more minutes in it.
Yeah.
But it was all right.
But unlike the past, right now it seems like Sammy's on a little bit of a winning streak, which is nice for him.
They're trying to build him up.
Yeah.
I feel like he should have been one of the Royal Rumble winners this year.
Yeah, even if he
Or the
loses,
Royal Rumble winner.
even if Sami Zayn loses, people still love him.
He's as over as John Cena was back in the day. Like, Sami Zayn could be the new face of WWE if they push him right.
Yeah, I could see
He doesn't
that
have because he's super likable. He's super likable. He can wrestle. The fans love him.
He just doesn't have that superstar size like a John Cena.
Yeah, but that's about it. But whatever. Other than that, fine. And on to the worst match of the night. The Punjabi prison match. Granted, I did not expect this to be great, but being there live, you could not see dick.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, how hard was that to see?
I could not see anything at all. Could not,
too many freaking bars.
Yeah, there's too many bamboo sticks. Like, you couldn't tell what was Jinder Mahal, what was the bamboo, and what was Randy Orton.
And then once they probably left the ring, it's probably even harder to see.
Yes and no. You could kind of see him on the outer ring area after they get out of the second cage. I hated the stupid concept of like, oh, a door opens, you get 60 seconds, and then it's closed if you don't escape, and you have to use another door. Like, what was the point of the doors anyway? Orton climbed out the top of the first cage.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this was a match created by the Great Khali.
Speaking of the Great Khali,
Funk.
He came back that night. That surprised me. I knew someone was coming out because they played Jinder's music as Orton was climbing out, and I was like, who? Like, I couldn't think. And all of a sudden, I saw Khali come through the ramp. I was like, oh my god.
Now, how big is he in person? Because you were pretty close to where that stage is.
Yeah. I thought Baron Corbin was big. When I looked at him come out, I was like, wow, Corbin's actually a lot bigger looking than I give him credit for. I mean, I know he's tall and stuff, but I saw Khali, and he trumps Corbin. He trumps Corbin in size. He is massive.
And he even looks like a monster just walking.
Oh, yeah. There's no missing that guy. You do not play hide and seek with him. You can't win.
But the sad part is, that was probably the best part of that match.
The Singh brother falling off the top to the table. That got the most excitement out of the crowd.
Yeah.
You know the match is bad when someone was gimmicking "This is awesome" chant, and some little 8-year-old turned to him and goes, "This match sucks!" Just screamed it at him, and I was like, "Well,
yes,
yeah, I agree. I think the guy was doing it just to get a reaction, but."
Hopefully it's a little bit more than 10 years before we see this match again.
I hope they never bring it back. You can't see anything. And Orton got really hurt.
He really did look like he got stabbed in the arm.
It wasn't even that. His shoulders really hurt. Like, at one point, he had this huge black mark, 8 to 10 inches long under his pec. And then his arm was bleeding, obviously. I think, he got cut or a puncture somewhere. His arm was hurting because he couldn't even climb the cage. Or the stuff, whatever you want to call it. He couldn't even climb.
I mean, I did enjoy the whole Khali thing. I mean, we knew Jinder was still going to win that one.
Here's a question though. What do you think is less visible, the Punjabi prison or the Elimination Chamber? Because Elimination Chamber has a lot of bars covering it too.
Elimination Chamber is easier because they're spaced out more. And everything, I think.
Even watching on TV, it was still pretty hard to watch that match.
Thing. You can still see inside of it.
The prison has cage upon cage.
It's 2 different cages and they're not lined up.
And the color of them too, because the Punjabi prison's a beige tan
and bamboo. Kind of not. I wouldn't say it's skin color, but it's close enough.
Yeah, it's gonna hide
blend in
a
there.
Bit.
Yeah, and even Jinder's dark. You could barely tell what he was too. I think the Singh brothers really have made this feud, though. I mean, I hope he doesn't. Orton and Jinder are done now, which I think they are. But the Singh brothers really made this feud better than it actually was. And this feud wasn't that great. It was okay, but it was kind of well, whatever. But the Singh brothers and their antics made it better.
But they needed this for Jinder to give him any kind of push. I mean,
I know.
He's not even getting over right now in India.
He's not. I mean, he is, but he's not.
That's kind of why they use the Great Khali, because it'll get people to go back, buy the network just for the season, just to be like, Great Khali, it's our man right there.
Yeah, but I feel like India's not huge on wrestling. It's a big market, it's a new market, and it's up and coming, but it's not
it's gonna take time.
Yeah, it's gonna be 5 years.
I think that they probably should have waited another 2-3 years to push that Indian wrestler because
then Jinder could have been built up right and not go from jobbing out to he's gonna beat people. That's
let
weird.
People watch it, talk about wrestling, how cool it is. Yeah, use people like Jinder on the show. Mm-hmm. Maybe for an Intercontinental or something.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
And then down the road, title. And then flash through all their news.
Right. See, everyone shit on this pay-per-view. I didn't think it was bad. I don't think it was great. I feel like it could have been better. I feel like some of the endings were a little weird, but, that seems to be WWE's thing lately, not being able to finish the right way.
Hopefully now we'll get to see a little bit more of Great Khali and not be like, be like the Force he was when he first showed up.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised not to see him on
Tuesday.
On SmackDown. Hopefully, it wasn't just a one shot. Then just okay, go back.
It would be great though if he's like an enforcer for Jinder Mahal now, and he's like at ringside and stuff. You know how much harder like kayfabe wise it would be for people to like beat Jinder Mahal when he's got like the Singh brothers and then the freaking Great Khali by his side.
It's gonna take a miracle at that point, or John Cena.
He did call himself Super Cena on SmackDown.
Yes.
So you know what that means.
Is he gonna don like the Superman colors and like?
He's supposed to look like a Fruity Pebble, not a Superman. Transvestite Wonder Woman, yo.
What other kind of news did we have this week?
Well, Paige is being charged with domestic battery. That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, sure, nothing will probably count.
All because she threw a drink. Okay.
Go to a college party, everyone gets arrested.
Basically. They're pretty much just going to arrest her, bring her in. I don't think she'll get charged for anything. It was a drink. She didn't smack Del Rio. She didn't hit Del Rio. There's nothing else, but, whatever. It's just another notch in that belt for that chaotic scene.
She's never going to wrestle for WWE again.
Oh, if she gets charged, she's fired, pretty much. Because they have a zero tolerance for domestic violence, so...
The only way she'll ever come back is if she leaves him, gets her shit back together, and I'm sure they'll let her back.
Probably. She's a big draw. She's a big name. Plus, she can actually wrestle.
Yeah.
Her with the people now, we got a good woman's.
We just had the Ember Moon versus Asuka announced for TakeOver.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of knew that.
Figured that was going to happen. There was no one else to do it. I'm not going to lie. I will be a little disappointed if Ember wins. I really will be. Only for the sheer fact I think Asuka should leave NXT undefeated. Don't let anyone beat her. Let her go up to the main roster. That's the only way. Because if she loses, then it's like, well, what's the point?
Yeah.
It would book great, and then she comes on there. You have a storyline already for her on Raw or SmackDown.
Were any of you undefeated? Boom.
Exactly. 4 Horsemen women can come up and do whatever they want. None of them were champion as long as me, and none of them were undefeated.
Yeah.
I'm a force to reckon with. And she could just go in and kick someone's teeth in.
Well, I don't think she'll really be able to say that many words in
Someone
English.
will say it for her. It's perfectly fine.
The McIntyre.
McIntyre's now the number one contender. I figured that was happening. As soon as he got signed, I knew he was going to be one of the... wasn't going to be long before he was number one contender. Him and Rude will put on a good match.
Yeah, it definitely will be. The TakeOver probably once again be better than the WWE.
Well, we'll see. I think SummerSlam can be good if it's booked right. They did change the Fatal 4-Way from the women to the men for the Raw for the Universal title. It's going to be Bayley versus Alexa, which will be fine. We'll see. Maybe we'll see a Sasha heel turn then on Bayley after Bayley just beat her.
It could be.
That way, because it'll start it. Builds up to Mania.
Yeah.
So that'll be fine. Who else? Just a bunch of Aleister Black Visionettes for NXT. Authors of Pain maybe going to start a program with Sandy. See, that takes out my...
Sanity attacking.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, it's got to be Sanity who's doing it. It makes sense.
Yeah,
now I automatically think it's Harper and Rowan. Because they haven't been on TV in a while. Unless it's Eric Young and they're going to split time.
That could be.
Eric Young and maybe someone else. But
yeah.
I don't know. Really don't know.
Yeah, because Eric Young didn't even show up.
Eric Young wasn't in the NXT segment last night.
Yeah.
So, and he's been going on the tours with them. He's been doing dark matches and everything. So it could be.
They're just getting him ready for the.
Could be him and someone else, but
maybe they're trying to find that partner, which is why they didn't quite have the match yet. Who knows?
Maybe, but I still think that's kind of dumb. I feel like I don't know. Your take, Rudy?
Rudy? Anything?
I actually have to agree. I would like to see Rowan and Harper come back, be the ones behind that, because with Bray Wyatt on his own now and kind of losing, it would be kind of cool to see like a slow rebuild of the Wyatt family,
Not even just like
or just like
fallen children or something. Shit.
yeah, because like even though Harper was kind of over with people and stuff, like as a singles competitor, I still think he would work best with Rowan and Bray Wyatt, because like they're the Wyatt family. They're like one of the best factions we've ever had in like the whole business. And I'm just mentioning that because I would like to see the Wyatt family return. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely would be nice to see them.
Yeah, but I just felt it was stupid. You're going to break up the Wyatt family. You're going to bring them back. You're going to break them up. You're going to bring them back.
Yeah.
Break them up. Bring them back. It's like
That's why they
just
should
do
just
it.
lose the Wyatt family or something.
It's either
in the
give it
name.
up, let the two of them be on their own and do their own thing. Granted, they're both in limbo because they don't have a gimmick.
Yeah, but they're both
No.
big enough and good enough in the ring.
Yeah.
That they can carry
They should have.
themselves.
I still think it was stupid to move Bray in general. To move Bray to Raw. I mean, yeah, I know it was a last minute decision because they didn't want to move AJ last minute, but that did nothing for Harper, nothing for Rowan, and they split up the Wyatt family right before it, so that does nothing for them. They're just gonna sit there and be like, "Well, we'll hear."
Yeah.
So
I actually want to also mention the potential Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins team, where kind of hinted at a future tag team title.
I mean, I feel like it'll happen, but I don't think they're going to win the titles together. I think they'll team up for a little bit. Dean will finally trust Seth enough where they do go after it. Because what are they going to do? They don't want him facing The Miz for the Intercontinental title. And I think there's going to be a battle royal to see who faces Miz for the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam. That, I think, is going to be Jason Jordan.
Yeah, my black son, I hope, wins that one.
Well, I think he will be. There's no other logical explanation. Dean's not going to win it. Seth's not going to win it. They got to do something with the two of them. Might as well put them in a tag team. Hardys are facing the Revival. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
I love that. As soon as I saw that, I was like, yes, sign me up. I'm watching this. This is great. Being the elite, the elite. Break it down.
Fuck the Revival.
Be the elite.
I just had to get that in there.
Yeah, that was fun. It was a good segment.
Okay, well, it's pretty much all I have for this week.
That's all we got of it. Although now that Del Rio's kind of cleared, and that Page thing that I realized about it, he's cleared, so him being suspended doesn't mean jack shit
Missed,
even more.
2 weeks? Maybe.
If that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He's on TV for the whole time he's suspended, so. Yeah.
Okay, well,
No, that's about it, though.
tune in next week for the next episode.
We'll see you next week, brother.